Good morning, everyone. It's Tuesday. Welcome to Embody Your True Essence with me, Ikue. It's October. October's here. Can't believe it. I'm trying this second time. I had a doubt about. I'm not sure if people can hear me. So, anyways, I think it's everything is meant to be. I hope you guys had a great sleep. I'm definitely going through a lot. So, my sleep has been very shallow, but I'm good. I think it's when I'm not sleeping well, but I'm still move my fascia and do like letting the emotions flow and observing my thoughts. So I'm not that stressed about how shallow my sleep was. How you guys mood like feeling today? How's your mood? Right now for me, I'm like I woke up with affirmations, like series of affirmations. I keep telling myself, keep coming up with some words that lift me up. If you guys happen to be tuned in yesterday, it was a very emotional live, and it was like I share a lot of sacred place. So I didn't just feel right to just post that. So whoever was online with me, I really appreciate you guys for being here. Today, I will show you that weather. It's cloudy, and but I think it's everything is on the right track. Tomorrow is a really huge day, the solar eclipse. So I hope you guys are mentally ready. So technically, it's step 8 right now. According to Sears Joy, we're still in a decision making, but throughout the day, we're moving on to step 9. So I would like to talk both of the energies today. And what change are you guys going through? There's a lot of shift happening. We're quantum shifting, choosing ourselves. And so by choosing ourselves, when you feel like some of the situations or relationships are falling out, you're not alone. I'm one of them. And but I am getting better at navigating through, when things come and emotion comes, and I know how to let my emotions flow and observing my thoughts. So I can sort of catch myself when I rushing in fear. And when you're rushing in fear, it's crazy how ego try to protect itself, like at no cost, like at any cost, right? So it's kind of like no, I just need to protect myself. But powerful affirmation is, a fascia maneuvers we do, like right hand on the heart and left hand on the top of the head, and hello heart and hello brain. And brain, our ego always try to protect us. But how I'm like navigating through shifting in, as we are shifting, as I'm shifting into a new story, I tell my ego, I tell my brain that I'm always safe and protected. So I don't need this protection. I don't need this like trigger, like defensive posture, defensive attitude towards others, because it's like when you are wounded and damaged, we're sort of like, it's like, don't anybody invade my, boundaries. And they were in this fight or flight mode, right? But if you come from the place where you know that you're just powerful, you don't have to control situation, you don't have to control people. And I think that's where I still need to work on, because especially I have a little bit of Capricorn, so it's a Capricorn day. If I'm not in my power and accepting my power and to manifest, I fall the opposite side of the energy is a control, because because you don't feel control. You don't feel in control. Thank you. You try to control the situation, but there's nothing to control. And on this day before the solar eclipse tomorrow, we're learning that we're basically coming up with our own vows. And okay, this is how I live about myself. It doesn't matter what's happening outside. It's about you. And in this Libra season, we're finding harmony within ourselves, especially for the first 10 days, which will be ending very soon, the first 10 days. So I'm very excited to reprogram my subconscious, and it's just, liberate myself. It's all about liberating myself to feel good. Yeah. Hi, Asian Joni Red. How you guys? So if you were, I don't know if I repeat the same thing. Yesterday, if you happen to be live with me, I really appreciate you guys holding space for me. I just share like, it was such an emotional live. Even emotional live, I still post. But yesterday it was so sacred. It's just kind of like I just needed to let that out. And yeah, so I feel like it was a moment where I needed to just, you know, let the old just fall away and setting the intention. So that journey could still continue, but I decided not to post that recording yesterday, and I hope you guys understand. So let's start with step 8, energy. So today is the big day, the day where you will officially decide and commit to your new me marriage vow to yourself. These are the promises and commitments you intend to make in your relationship to yourself over the upcoming year. You could say that this is the best and strongest day in the entire astrological cycle to make a promise to yourself and keep it. The events of your day will help you to decide. Every time if the astrologer or healer said, today is the most powerful day of the year, it's like, I feel like that every day is literally that. But in terms of making decisions, whatever you decision, like you don't need to take action on it. Yes, you just decided in yourself, this is how you live your life. And this is the day that you kind of just like engrave. Okay, this is how I, live my life. It's not about the boundaries necessary, but it's like this is that vow that I live by. And so yeah, so in terms of that, today is a powerful day. So if you have, I wrote it down like a couple of lists yesterday, and I'm going to read that for myself again and so I can maybe share. Energy today may feel tough and businesslike. Time may feel of the essence. In addition to your marriage vows, you may have literal business or errands to run today. Be careful not to overstep your feelings or personal needs just to get things done. Ironically, you don't want to cheat yourself on the day that is about yourself. So remember, this date is about yourself, putting yourself first. And for the first 10 days, so each zodiac season offers something for us to learn. And 12th state of awareness, 12th zodiac sign. And each zodiac sign have 30 days. And the first 10 days is about tapping into that lessons and learn that you need to do in the particular zodiac season. For right now, it's a Libra. It's a Libra about harmony and connection, relationship with yourself. So the first 10 days is about you. It's about us. So if you don't have to worry about other people, what other people are doing. It's about you. And the next 10 days, it will be about yourself, relationship to yourself, and the relationship with close people. It's like community. And then the last 10 days will be like your relationship with you and the world. So this is how it expands. So yeah, so you don't have to worry about what other people do. We tend to be a people pleaser, but that's one of the things that I stop. Like, I don't need to get triggered by people's behavior because, I honor myself and I stop being a people pleaser. If my action that came from my heart, didn't satisfy or upset other people, it's okay. And I think it's okay. Just to say it's okay is also a powerful word. But just know that, we need to find our way, flow our way through calming our mind and calming our ego and be the best friends. It's like, it's okay. I love myself and things are still working out in my favor, opening up yourself to infinite possibilities. So there's a lot of strength in that. And this is the practice. This is the work. And so it may not happen right away, but as we practice, like I noticed that for myself, like as I show up every day like this and talk about how much I decide to love myself, really being helping me. Because when in doubt, we all have pattern. When we doubt, we're going back to this old state of being. And it's like, no, I don't live like this anymore. That's why I practice self-love. I love myself, I forgive myself, and I honor myself, respect myself, and thank myself. And once I establish that, I can do that same to other people. So this is how you can break the cycle. And as soon as you complain or play victim, that's when you give away your power, I noticed and I learned recently. So, as much as like your situations are harsh and it's like you can easily play a victim, but this is where we need to really use that commitment power. Today is the decision day, to what do you commit, and what you commit is what you become. Now, in the greater narrative, you're ready to make decisions that will change your day-to-day relationship to yourself. You may be deciding to end an unhealthy habit, a relationship to food or substance, or ending a psychological treatment of yourself. Remember that pattern can only end once you decide for it to end. So this is what I'm exactly telling you guys. Make a list of the things you are officially ending in your me rich to yourself. So marriage to yourself. If you want to be formal, write the list down and give yourself a deadline for each item to disappear out of your life. Then make a list of the new positive behaviors or promises you're making to yourself. Give yourself a time frame to implement the changes. If the change will happen in steps, write out the steps necessary to make that transition. In each of your stories today, decide and commit to what aspects you desire within your relationship to yourself. Feel through each option to ensure your entire soul is aligned with that decision. So now we'll talk about the heart. Evaluate your treatment to yourself and decide what actions are ready to expire. Decide what direction your personal responses to yourself will go next. Use your feelings to know what's right. You're ready to commit to new ways of thinking about and talking to yourself for the upcoming year. This will define the attitude you take with yourself. How does your heart believe you should be spoken to? Today's goal is to decide and commit to changes in your relationship to yourself. Make promises your heart wants to experience. Your feelings are the most important tool you have to weigh in and affirm the right or wrong decision. So I will say that again. Your feelings are the most important tool you have to weigh in and affirm the right or wrong decision. Analyze the situation all you want, but swing back around and ask yourself how you feel about the matter. Repeat this process a few times during the day to see if your feelings change. By tomorrow morning, you will feel certain. Congratulations, I decide with my heart. So when feelings come up, feelings are, all feelings are valid, and feelings are there to use to navigate instead of to judge yourself, so judge others. And I'm learning that feelings are, there are feelings that coming up through our childhood, child wounds, or feelings that ego triggered and trying to protect itself, all that, and feelings that come, but feelings that were inspired by the thought or inspiration, intuition, and that is the right one. And how you differentiate, this is true for me, is the feelings, am I looking at from the right perspective? I feel like, in order for us to decide, we need to go through some layers, lots of voices around. And sometimes the thought comes first, right? It's like you perceive the thought. And then the feelings get triggered, or maybe feelings get inspired, depending on how you look at it. But something get triggered, something like you get the clue. And because of the feeling, we know, oh, this makes me feel good, or this doesn't make me feel good, right? And then that's when you can decide. It's like, okay, does my heart like this idea? Does my heart accept this idea? And if normally the negative feeling we perceive as, heart likes to, feel good and all of that. But I think we need to also consider being uncomfortable. We can still feel safe. And we need to come out from the old belief that, I'm feeling uncomfortable, I don't know what's happening, and this is unsafe, and therefore heart doesn't love it, or this is not true, I want to get out of it. It's not that, right? Being uncomfortable is where we need to sit with that emotion. Like, hello? Like some people say face the emotion, but I don't like face against the emotion. So I like to kind of have that image of like sit right next to my emotion. And it's like, hi, I'm here. What do you want me to see? And just sit with that emotions. And I learned this technique from watching a video. Someone said to cope with the negative emotions, when the feelings come up, you label it. And it's like, okay, hello, anger. And then when you peel it, so you label the anger. And then now peel the anger after you labeling it. And feel the energy behind the anger. What is teaching me right now? What do you want me to see? And it could be the sadness, or there could be more, because I feel like behind every anger there's a sadness, wants to be heard and wants to be understood. But we, like all of that, but you felt like you misunderstood. But at the same time, is this true for me? Do you think this person really misunderstood you, right? Like that perception change, that's where the power is. It's all about how you can shift. So when you look at the energy, it's like, okay, this is how I felt from these actions of other people. But is this true? Or is this just a result of other people's wound, right? It's like you look at that and it's like, it's almost like visualizing, let that stagnant energy kind of resolve and start to melt and then flow. And once you shift the perspective, there's always love behind all of that, because love connects us, and love is something that connects everyone. And we all have, on a soul level, we're all connected. On a human level, we come with all kinds of baggage with ourselves. So just to observe. So heart. So when feeling comes, and I am going through like a separation right now, and I had to go through, like, the emotion comes and goes. It's crazy. It's not waves of emotion, but at the same time, I know that it gets better every day, and every day I'm asking for help. And this is another thing, right? We're not doing this by ourselves, and asking for help is something that I'm very hesitant to over the years, especially as I was waking up. I used to get a lot of help from healers, but now coming to a point where I like to trust myself, and people only give us advice from their perspective, and there are millions of perspectives. And if you're not in a place where you can take those advice as an advice, but it's when you hear it and you apply it, when you apply it, you got to be really careful who to listen to, right? So in that sense, I stop asking for advice, or stop, because you got to really trust the friends, and at the same time that all the friends also come with their own baggage too, you know what I mean? So this is where I need to probably work through it at the same time. You feel the same way? I'm so I'm so grateful. Don't run to it. Run to a healer. You can get through it alone. Yeah. At the same time, though, what I was, I have all the cards. These cards, like the deck cards, oracle cards, I don't know how to do that. Tarots. There was a time that I tried to learn, but I have a lot of, not lots, but oracle cards and goddess card. I use these as an inspiration to help me clarify, help me shift, and I feel like those things I can really trust, because it's like me and cards. And so I don't necessarily talk to a healer anymore, but yesterday one of the cards that I picked was ask for help, and help from angels, angels and God. Sometimes we forget to ask, and this is something that I'm practicing. I feel like I have to be the strong one, and I taking charge of my life, But the taking in charge of your life doesn't mean that you don't have to ask for help, right? So I'm learning that, like, okay, I'm feeling this way. I don't know if this is right or if it's wrong. Like it's like you have to scale it out, right? Especially in this Libra season, when thought comes and it's like, okay, this may be true, but it's all up to our frequency. What do you want to do? What do you want? Like we have to remind ourselves we all have choices. Whatever comes up, like is this, like for example, when something got turned on or closed the door, and then people say one door closes, another opens, and that's another choice, right? But also, do you feel that this is just the beginning of something, in the same, it's not the same situation, but it's like because you're shifting, people around you need to shift, and this is just happening because of that. So it's, at the end of it, it's all up to us. And hearing all this advice, but inspiration and thought that comes, working your way through, okay, what is true for me? What do I want to believe? What does my heart want to believe? And I think that's where the power is. And I've been listening to quantum shift. Like, how do you quantum shift? Before that, like, I was thinking like, okay, I want to get to this reality. How can I jump? But I think as we're really coming out of this, escaping from the matrix, that it's like, it's not about jumping into a next timeline, really. It's like that timeline already exists, and it's here. It's here already. And I don't know how to describe it, but how you can do the power play through this is you just know how powerful you are. Because as soon as you give away your power and you don't trust the process, and that's when you started to listen to other voices and the inner child wounded voices here and there, and what people say, and like all those things. Like when it's crazy how you go into social media. I know that my phone, your phone, always listening to you, and it show you what you possibly want. Algorithm is like, it's a law of attraction, right? And it's so funny that it happens is whether you voice it and your phone hears it, or you even, I can't sometimes tell. When I think, I feel like my phone reflect back on me. Social media reflect back on me. Do you guys agree? Like, it's funny, like the minute or the second or the conversation that were held. I mean, like you can only do so much, how to censor, and the how you can protect yourself from being like your privacy gets stolen or whatever. But at the end of it, it's like it's all matrix, it's all grid, and life is happening for us. There's nothing to hide, and we get to choose. We have the power. So this is where we sit in the power, like stay in the power. I think that's another powerful affirmation. Stay in the power. What you believe is what you become. What you believe is what you become. But according to spiritual, in order for us to believe, you need 1 and 2. So 1 represent I love, and 2 represent I feel, right? Some people have maybe sometimes when situation come, in order for us to create this 3, maybe you need to feel first. And feeling is about feeling also is a mixture of the wounded part of ourselves, like an old story of ourselves and new stories, right? Could be both. And so that's why these feelings need to be filtered out through our heart. Sometimes this goes first, like the heart decide, right? And then the heart decide and the feeling comes. And so, okay, heart says yes, yes, and the feelings agree. Maybe sometimes don't agree, so you have to work your way through it and find the ease into that clarity. It's like, what is this teaching me? So in order for us to go through that, you might have to like think, apply a couple of different thoughts, right? Inspiration and the random thought that comes in, and it's like, okay. And then if you're not grounded, you feel like this thought is pulling you away from the heart. You know what I mean? Like it's like playing victim, and it's like, it's like, and it's like, oh, then it started to cry, and then you have to let the emotions flow, but make your way out. And in order for us to find that, I think is, first of all, asking for help. Like, don't be afraid to pray. And in the moment of the crisis, or in the moment of an argument, or in the moment of this emotional breakdown, it's like, please help me. I trust, I'll give you full permission to assist me through this, so that we can find what's good and what's right and what's wrong in a particular moment. So this is where I am right now, working my way through what I know, what my heart wants, and I know what my heart believes, and feeling needs to agree with, and trust in the unknown, and believe. And then 1 + 2 is 3, and that is that number of I believe, Sagittarius energy. And in order for us to believe is believing the unknown, believing the invisible, believing unrealistic thing that you cannot see right now, but it's already exists. So I think at the end, it's all about the mind game, right? Mind game. What do you believe? And Matrix always like to trick us. So don't be swayed by it. Don't be swayed by it. This is our, reminder us how powerful we are. We get to live in this, and also considering the fact that we're not just dealing with a current situation. We are literally resetting and reversing 26,000 Earth cycle, and I'm pretty sure I was working through this trauma life after lifetime. I can imagine how many times I tried and I shut down and then broke down. And, a lot of times the age, like the times at the time that we were born, we were not able to go through that. So just embrace that we're all in this together, reversing all this gunks and old belief about ourselves that were shown, and we apply that belief for ourselves that to be true, but it's not. And powerful, we are powerful. We get to choose. And if you need help, we pray, meditate and ground yourself, and move the excessive emotions and energy that are around us, and clarity, make your way through what is true for me. And that's when that consistency, and it helps, right? Like it's showing up for yourself. No, this is not where I'm going. Old story. It's like, no, bye. New story. Yeah, so that's that. There's a lot of power in that. Yeah, trusting. Hope you guys can resonate with what I'm going through. So today is the first day of October, and my birthday is October 20th. So I'm like 20 days away from my birthday, which is super powerful, very exciting. But I'm also very excited that I'm doing this 21 cellular reset. And it seems like it's a program that some of us watching are gonna join. But I pay for this program, and 21 days I'm going through this, I don't know, maybe meditation, hypnosis, I don't know, trusting the process, reprogramming my mind. And I'm excited to share, and then how I'm able to shift and transmute, and just really getting myself out of this, victim mentality. Like I'm doing so well compared to last year. Every time I'm going through hard times, which is like, I don't know, I always feel like I'm going through something, but human garage people, especially the earlier times, we used to have like frequent call. At some point we had this like a call where we walk through emotions, like COVID times, like Monday through Friday sometime. And I forever cherish that moment. But so they know me very well. And like when I say something, I share something, and then Jason said, yeah, well, do you remember the call from, 2 years ago? You were always having a hard time around this time. So, and then, yeah, Jason said that. And I share what's happening with my life with Aisha. And Aisha said, oh, yeah, it's your Groundhog Day. And it's, remember 2 years ago? And it's like, whoa, they know me and they don't know my cycle. And maybe I wasn't aware of that own cycle. So it's good to kind of like be reminded that this is my cycle. This is where I always have a hard time to flow. And what I'm learning is like, especially I struggle August, Lionsgate, and going to Virgo. Virgo is one of the hardest season for me. And then the Libra, even though is my, zodiac, like the birth month, but tend to struggle. Maybe like I used to think, in my early 30s, it's like maybe like that birthday blue kind of depression, I'm getting older. It wasn't really that energy. I understood that like I had a hard time loving myself. So Leo season, and I had a hard time embodying that self-love. And now and then Libra season, I had a hard time receiving the love for myself. So those are the pattern that came up, and as especially for the last 4 years, I noticed that I was able to get better and better and better. Yeah, true. I had Groundhog Day for 14 years. I got through it. Nobody knew. Oh, so proud of you, Miss TT too. Yeah, Groundhog Day. I wasn't fully aware of the Groundhog Day, but I think it's Groundhog Day essentially it shows a new beginning, but you have a power. Do you see it as a new beginning, or you look at the shadow and then you go back to always and you stay in that groundhog the period for longer than it's necessary? I think we always need to remind ourselves that suffering is a choice. We can always, even though that situation is the same, it doesn't matter. What is the reality doesn't matter. Even though the situation is the same, can you also see and shift because suffering is a choice? I can relate so much to this exact time of year. Many life changes, death, grief, loss, major changes in relationships, homes exact on September 29 and October 1st. Oh, thank you for sharing, Jane. I love that you can relate. Yeah. But now we know the cycle. When you see that and become the observer, we know what to expect next year. And then we can do it better and better and better. And then just as we are working through it and shedding all that gunks from for the last 26,000 year Earth cycle, I think we're gonna get to a point where it's just learn to flow. We just get better. And this is the work. That's why I say, let that energy flow. When you cry, but know that this is the work. This is the necessary work, and working through it. Yeah, and then one day the energy lifted. Oh, okay, we're only one decision from a new life. Yeah, we're always only one decision from a new life. And today is the day to decide. So stick to your commitment, right? Like discipline yourself. Like you don't have to control other people, control situation. That's not what you control. You control yourself. You control yourself. So, but it's so funny related to that, because the card that I picked today, so I normally pick a card from the Shine. I picked this card. Let go of control and relax into flow. So, yeah, on this decision day, and decision day is a Capricorn energy. The other side of Capricorn is the control side of it. So Capricorn is a leadership type, making decisions, like it's like the authority type. But if it's used to abuse it, And of course, it becomes a controlling aspect of it. So this is a perfect card. Let go of control and relax into flow. Life is happening to help you out, so just let go and relax into flow. When you resist the reality of what is actually happening, you will miss the magic of the moment. Holding on to expectation of what you think should happen only limits you from finding freedom, fun, and flow in your life. When you surrender your control, fear, worry, doubt, and stress, you begin to activate the spiritual synchronicities that align with your soul purpose. Stop stressing about the should and supposed to. You're always there, always where we need to be. You are meant to be in divine timing. Drop the expectation and take my mom's advice. Let it go. Let it go of fear. Let it go of worry. Let go of fear, let go of worry, let go of anger, let go of guilt, let go of excuses, let go of comparison, let go of negative relationship, let go of resentment, let go of blame, let go of jealousy, let go of excess, let go of old beliefs and patterns. Okay, I'm gonna list it up. Let go of fear, worry, anger, guilt, excuses, comparison, negative relationships, resentment, blame, jealousy, excess, old beliefs, and patterns. Self-love is about finding the balance between striving for your wildest dreams and relaxing during the in-between. Yeah, we gotta relax. When you let go of the old, you make room to receive the new you've been asking for. Take a deep breath and pause. Let go and relax. I let go and find myself in a magical flow of synchronicities. So we need to, stop resisting and relaxing into the flow of push and pull. This card is called Shine by Brittany Carmichael. You can buy it from Amazon. Type her name, it will come up. It's a beautiful card. I met her. She's part of, I'm not sure if she's a part of Sears Joy team, but she was one of the public speakers at their event. And she was pink hair and, she used to be a hairstylist. And, I think it's like hairstylist. If you touch someone's hair, you just like, people start to vent on them, right? So she somehow become like a counselor and then eventually like opening up her psychic skills and really tap into that power. So that's beautiful of her. But what are you going to let go? You don't have to let go of the connection and you don't have to let go of the relationship necessary, but also, cut the cords of that old patterns of that relationship. And it soothes me to know that real connection will never be cut. And so what you cut is an unnecessary little, gunks that in the way. So I think, that part was also really hard for me when I heard that truth. And it's like, really? It's like cutting a cord with someone? Like, it's like, I have a lot of attachment, but sometimes you love someone and, it's good to kind of ask yourself, is this an attachment? And yesterday at a moment, I asked myself, like, I love this, I care about this person so much. Is this an attachment? And it's not. It's not. I ask my heart. It's like, is this true for me? Like, I have a lot of love. And I believe in this connection. And I trust in this. And somehow, this separation had to happen. And but I trust the process, and I know that everything is working out. And I also, in my affirmation, I like to add in my favor. So everything is working out in my favor. And here comes my doubt, right? Am I trying to, trying to hold on to the old connection if I could opening up myself to infinite possibilities, right? I think both are true, So I think it's safe to say, like, okay, I'm opening myself to infinite possibilities, including this new version of that rekindled relationship. And that's where I can find a lot of inner peace in it, right? Work your way through. It's a mind game that is happening. Yeah. How you guys feeling? Let's do some little bit of fascia maneuvers. Let's rub our hands to move that excessive energy and confirm, and we affirm ourselves that we are came here for a reason, and we are on this right track, the sole purpose, and we are here to do great things for ourselves and for Earth. So let's feel into that. Suddenly, I felt it in my stomach, in my bladder. It's funny. It's just like I suddenly want to go pee or something interesting. I think it's at the end of it. It's just go around anywhere in the aura and it's kind of just like give yourself attention. I think at the end of it, whatever we do, any tools that we can use to shift, it's all about self-awareness. Self-awareness is catch yourself when you play a victim. Catch yourself when you are talking negatively about yourself. Catch yourself when you are worried. Catch yourself when you start to complain. Catch yourself when you talk badly about other people. Because every time you do that, you give your power away. Power that you are the conductor of your life. When you give away your power, that's when matrix controls you. You know what I mean? So rise above it. In order for us to rise above it, know that energy exists, know that matrix exists, and use that as an advantage. Rise above it. And that's the truth. I believe that. And I will say this for myself over and over again. So let's take your right hand and place it on your palm and left hand pointing forward. You just have to squeeze your head really tight. Thank you, body. Thank you, brain. And now twist the skin right side forward and left side backwards. So hopefully fingers meet in the middle, but don't worry too much. You just squeeze and then open your fascia in every dimension and direction. Let's do 6 breath breathing. 2, 3. Your nose. 2, 3. Let the hands melt. Let the excessive energy go. There's nothing to hold in my body. Let it flow. Let everything flow. Change is constant, and we're creating a new story. New story is here. Do you believe it? Use 3 fingers going to TMJ. Squeeze, twist the skin right side forward and left side backwards. New stories here. I love myself. And I trust myself. And let's do 6 breath breathing. You're very welcome, Katrina. Your nose. 2, 3. What you believe is what you become. What your heart believes is what you become. Okay, let's do this ear. You can use your thumb. Be careful if you have long nails or index, and pull it in your ear and plug it. Plug your ear, and then twist the skin right side backward and the left side forward, and open your jaw and close. A lot calmer. Okay, here's a new one. Take your left hand and kind of just like touch just underneath the ear. Just find the tight spot and pull that pin and lock and pull the skin down. And you can twist. And now take this right hand and separate these 2 points. Wherever you want, make your way through it. You can just like pull it, let it flow, and breathe. Through your nose, 2, 3. Things are moving. Wow. My left side opened up. Try right hand and go underneath the ear, pull the skin down and pin it and separate these 2 points. 2, 3. Your nose. 2, 3. And slowly let it go. I feel lighter. I suddenly will need to go to the bathroom. Let's do one more. Let's go into bladder. So find the belly button. And actually, yeah, let's go into solar plexus. So belly button. And you basically squeeze your belly button in. And I just move around. Breathe. Solar plexus. All that patterns are stored in our belly button. And so those patterns, maybe some of the toxic patterns, got in our way of our healing. So it's time to unwind, it's time to trust, it's time to believe, it's time to remember our power. Instead of letting the matrix control us, we rise above it and use it as an advantage to create, because we are the creator. They were the tool. Matrix is a tool. Tool is how we use the tool, right? Wow, I felt like, okay, bladder. So find the pubic bone and pressure in, and then pull the skin up towards you. And then just release the bladder, release the fear. And tomorrow is a very powerful day, solar eclipse, and just let go of all limited belief about ourselves. We're still establishing a healthy connection with ourselves, so that when we find our harmony, we can meet the world. We're ready to meet other people. As I'm releasing my bladder right now, felt it in my heart. Yeah. If you're not loving, you are scared, right? If you release the fear, your heart opens. Everything is on that right track still. Even when things are crumbling, where you are is where you set the intention. If you're living every day with intention, especially for the last 3 months, 6 months. So trust the process. You're not going crazy. Don't think that your manifestation is not on its way. You're setting the intention. You set the intention, visualize this life where you are. And now it's time for us to create a different intention, new intention, or continue with an intention you already set. Today, I'm committing to, let's see if I can find a note. So I strongly encourage you guys to come up with your need marriage to yourself. And if I'm connected, maybe I'll share it some other day. Yeah, so today is the day to write down a checklist. This is the commitment to yourself, vow to yourself. And it's like, okay, I stopped being a people pleaser, and I am no longer responsible for people's emotions. Also at the same time, they were no longer responsible for my own emotions. It should go vice versa, right? So really trust the process and always find inner peace through the chaos. And yeah, keep searching for the positive thoughts. Thank you guys for being here, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye, everyone. Have a great rest of your day, or morning, afternoon, evening. Bye.